when I am feeling overwhelmed or I am feeling thrown off, number one, the very first thing I do is let it out. The things that were going wrong, the things that I didn't go according to plan, the things that I didn't expect, all of the things, like the things that I was feeling stress around, the emotion, the sadness, the hurt, the fear, write down or let out the emotion. It's okay to feel all of the feelings. Just because we're crying or just because there's a lot of pressure does not mean that we are not equipped to handle what is in front of us. We are actually very equipped to handle what's in front of us. We're very equipped to handle these things happening that are not happening according to plan. Part of the process is grieving for some of us. Part of the process is crying. Part of the process for others is laughing. Part of the process for others is whatever it is. We all have something different. Feel the feelings, get it out. The next thing I would tell you to do is reframe the way that you're seeing these struggles. I had a time in my life, a long time in my life, where I felt like everything that happened to me, everything that pulled me off plan in any way in my life, like I have an idea of how life should go. If you pull me off, how dare you? What is happening to me? And I had to change that over time. And by changing that and reframing it to, okay, this is happening in my life. Why is it happening to me? Like with the mindset of why is it happening to me and how can it make me better? So while it's hard, I have such an appreciation for the hard because I know when I'm able to stick through the hard, I come out much better and a much stronger person on the other side, which that little seed of faith, that little speck of brightness and hope inside of what's really hard, and sometimes feels unmanageable, is the thing that gets me through to the other side. The third thing I would say is, we talk about how things don't go according to plan. Also, we talk about that sometimes we have a plan and when crisis happens, plan is not followed because we kind of lose it and we let all the ideas of what we're going to do when XYZ happens, when I'm overwhelmed, when I'm stressed, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in the moment, how we actually react versus how we plan to react can often be two very different things. I want you to know this. I think a plan is very important. I think it's very important. This is why we read books. This is why we take courses. This is why we're here to have that plan. I want you to know too that it is not abnormal. It does not make you wrong if when crisis mode or hard times hit that you don't follow the plan. It really does not make you wrong. I believe the more we have a plan, the more we understand our plan, the more we think about our plans, the more we get to know ourselves, the more we will react in autopilot in a positive way when hard times happen. But also practice, guys. It takes practice to handle things the way that are best for us, that is best for us. So if you do not handle crisis in the best possible way, I want you to have grace with yourself. I want you to forgive yourself. I want you to know that we are all growing. We are all learning. And the way that you handled this crisis or this really hard time or this hard week is exactly the way that you should have handled it. Could you have handled things differently? Possibly. But that realization and that reflection, noticing what you could have possibly done different, is a thing that you then have in mind and can apply towards the future. So guys, have grace with yourself.